What are the basic steps in the process of creating a global brand? Can you name the fundamental 5 maybe?
Yeah, I think it may look like a structured process, but it's more an eternal fight backed by the right culture. If you have that, you can build a global brand. I think one of the most important prerequisites, which is maybe not a step, it's just a fundamental prerequisite, is that if you would very often start by having a strong brand in one or a few markets, and you can only take it global if the reason why it got strong in those countries can be brought further on. And sometimes it can. Imagine you were a company who was famed in a country because you were the first. For one reason or another, this company was the first in the industry. They were the first to do a particular thing, and because of that, they got a brand. That you cannot take to another country, because there you may not be the first. Maybe you're number 10, and then it doesn't work. In Lego's case, the reason why they got strong in a few countries in the beginning was children really liked creating with this product. It worked in their hands. And the good thing for Lego is that mechanism, that it worked in the hands of children, had global meaning. If it worked in the hands of a Dane, it also worked in the hands of a German, it worked in the hands of a French child, it worked in the hands of a Hong Kong child, and so on. And that is a very important prerequisite. There are few exceptions from that rule, but I think still that is very important. Take Kellogg's, who in a way have a global brand. They try to sell their cereals in a cardboard box in India. But the problem with India, from a Kellogg point of view, is that people in India, they don't have cereals for breakfast. They have cooked vegetables. And then you don't want dry cereals in a cardboard box. So it really was a struggle for Kellogg's. So you cannot build a brand globally if you don't have global appeal. And maybe there is not global appeal in all products. That depends. It's not the whole world that drinks vodka. Some do, but some don't.
Okay, I've heard that you invented the word vivention.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, that's true. So far, I think I have invented it. The idea is that in some companies, particularly those who are successful, there's a tendency, if you're going to innovate, that the manager or other people who have a lot of stars on their shoulders, they've been so self-secure for so long time that if people work with ideas, they will say, if I can't see the solution to the problem, it's because there isn't any solution. The idea in a invention is to have a direction before you have the idea. And the idea in an invention is to have a vision about the invention. In what direction should we be looking? And that is good enough for a company to work with. So in Lego's case, we had an invention which we said the Lego brick and the computer must come together. We did not have the solution. We just said, and very frequently the owner said, and my boss when I was young said, the Lego brick and the computer must come together. To me, that is an invention. But it meant now we can work on it. It means if I ever hear about anyone talking about Lego and computers, I'll run as fast as I can to understand more. And in that case, it was at MIT in Massachusetts, north of Boston. There they worked with robots and computers and something that looked like Lego, which happened to be Lego. And that's the good thing about inventions. Actually, the World Health Organization has an invention. They have said to all people who work with pharmaceuticals and all doctors, there's one disease we would rather like to get rid of than all the others, and that is malaria. They haven't got the solution, but they have set the direction. Please, if you can, get rid of malaria first. That is an invention. Yeah.
What needs to be done in order to maintain the company performing excellent on the market?
A lot. Everything a company should do well also goes as an answer to that. Everything. So there's no corner in the company you can say, to hell with that. It's everything. It's the people, it's the resources, it's the strategies, it's the systems, it's the processes, it's everything. You cannot just say, well, to survive we will just only do this, but to hell with the rest. It's not like that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.